everybody! Hello, Jace, Luca, Mr. Baltic! Welcome back to Root Double! Last time. Well, about Yuri. We've learned way more about her. Like all the past of all the three main characters we've seen so far. Oh my god. I can't wait to see, like, what is Yuri's deal? Like, I really remember, like, what happened last time. They spent a great deal of time, like, trying to dissuade some, like, assumptions we might have made about Yuri. Like, she was some kind of secret project or something. It's like, nope. Like, apparently she had parents, but they died in a car crash or something. And her staying in the house wasn't any kind of security measure. It's like a psychological reaction of hers. And, which I thought was very strange. It's like, okay, I guess I was wrong. Like, maybe she's just like a normal girl, but then she goes into full witch mode and, like, oh god, just straight up intimidating Natsuhiko into, like, you know, trying to do something to make a change. Like, to stop reality from looping. It's like, how the fuck did that happen? Was it something, does the loop, like, did the loop start because of something that happened, like, during the first run or something, that she went into the facility, into Labo, and then, like, she got blasted back in time or something and gained a lot of power? Like, maybe that, or maybe there's some kind of unreliable narration or lies about her past. And hello, Zarmegas, welcome to the stream. Anyway, now it's time to introduce the last new character here, Louise. I can't wait to see how Mashiro reacts. Oh god, this is gonna be amazing! Oh my god. This is gonna be amazing. As soon as they arrived at school, they heard the usual clamor of telepathy. Mrs. Munakata, good morning! Even if you throw me down, I won't give up on you. Like, you again? That voice sounds very familiar. That sounds like Satoko! Doesn't it? That voice sounds a lot like Satoko. Like, how many times do I have to tell you to stop saying these things? Untargeted telepathy! Oh, yeah. No, that totally sounds like Satoko. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. More importantly, who are you even? Why can't you just confess verbally like a man? Oh god! I'm too shy. This is the only way I can confess to you. Oh, that's an interesting thing. So, characteristic brain waveform, so I guess that means, like, your mind voice, I guess. Does it look like I even care? Like, I don't even know your characteristic brain waveform, so you're making me use untargeted telepathy too, you know? Totes rude. Forget it!
I'm going for a straight out low. Look, I can still hear you. What? A curveball? How's that? Psychological warfare using deliberately leaky telepathy. Damn it! Wipe that smug look off your face!
Wow, what is the fucking range on that?
Be honest with me, Shin. Have our secret talks always been leaking out to the entire school? Yeah, damn. I didn't realize it until yesterday either.
Oh god!
Oh, it's no wonder the girls give me cold stares. All my horny thoughts.
このままじゃいかんぞ。秘密特訓でもするか。
Wait, what was my idea, Zarmagus? What was my idea? Hello, Devon Beagle. Welcome to the stream.
We can't let things go on like this. Time for some secret training.
Natsuhiko and Mashiro walk down the hallway, trying to ignore the noise. I didn't say there was rain. Did I? I don't remember saying that. And once they got into the classroom and sat in their seats, the bell rang. Soon enough, Anna walked in.
皆さん、おはよ
Good morning, everyone.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
う。いい返事ね。
Hmm? That's what I like to hear.
さて、今日はちょっとした事件があります。
Now then, we've got a little surprise for you all today. Oh my god, I hope it's a pizza day! Or maybe we just get to study a free period. Oh, or maybe we get to watch a movie in class. Mashiro, come on, everyone can hear what you're saying. I'm sure Miss Anna knows it's none of those things. You are correct. Natsuhiko, it is none of those things.
このクラスに新しい仲間が一人増えました。
A brand new friend is joining our class.
お、転校生？
Whoa, a transfer student?
女の子っすか？
Is it a girl?
そうよ。それじゃ、三宮さん、入ってきて。
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What, Mashiro? Get a grip.
Oh no! Natsuhiko! Indeed she is. Now then, Miss Sanomiya, please come in. Anna turned to the door and called to someone outside. And in response, a short girl walked into the classroom. Oh crap! She has blonde hair and I have brown hair! That means we're destined to be rivals! Mashiro, we don't even know what she sounds like yet. Oh! Natsuhiko had seen that girl before.
おお、まさかの金髪娘だ。
Whoa, no way, a blondie.
ハーフかな。
I mean, there's other blonde people here, red hair and purple hair. Is she half Japanese?
ちっちゃくて可愛い。
She's so tiny and cute.
っていうか小さすぎね。小学生？
Isn't she a little too tiny? Wasn't she an elementary schooler?
Introduction to the sweet, precious little girl had the classic static. She has a weasel! I forgot about that. In contrast to the excitement, Natsuhiko's face merely went stiff.
That girl!
There was no doubt about it. It was the very same girl that had been staring at Natsuhiko and Mashiro at the scene of the accident yesterday. Are you sure that's a stuffed animal? And it looks slightly different. There's gotta be a reason why they drew it differently in those two pictures. Like... even the stuffed animal in her arms looked familiar. She had to be the same. Are you sure that's a stuffed animal? I mean, the tail is going like up like this, and I don't know, usually stuffed animals can't do that.
That girl is not my classmate.
Oh no, Natsuhiko can't take his eyes off her! Code Red! Code Red, Yuri! We gotta think of a new plan!
はい。それじゃあ自己紹介してね。
Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself now. At that signal, the girl opened her lips.
三宮ルイーズユイ。
Louise Yui Sanamiya. And that was it. That was apparently all she had to say about herself.
三宮さんはお母様がフランスの方で、今まではフランスに住んでました。
Miss Sanomiya's mother is from France, and so she's been living there most of her life.
日本の文化には不慣れで戸惑うかもしれな
I
いけ
should
ど、
have given her the French voice. Oh well. I didn't know. She hasn't had much experience with Japanese culture, so she might feel a little lost, but...
いや、別に戸惑いはしない。気遣いは不要。
No, I don't feel particularly lost. There is no need for concern.
あらさようでございますか。
Well, if you say so. She shut Anna down in fluent Japanese. Why couldn't that have been just someone shy and easy? But Anna quickly recovered and continued where she left off.
三宮さんは13歳ですが、飛び級でこのクラスに編入してきたそうです。
Miss Sanomiya is only 13 years old, but she skipped grades and was admitted into this class.
すっげえ。いわゆる天才児っすか？
Incredible! So she's one of those child prodigies?
かもしれないけど、それ以前に同じクラスで学ぶ仲間よ。
Perhaps.
仲良くしてあげてね。
But before that, she's still a member of your class. So get along with her. Okay, everyone?
Hi.
Okay. Ever since around 2025, even Japanese schools started allowing for students to skip grades. So a 13-year-old high schooler was not entirely out of the ordinary. But they were still uncommon. It was the first time Natsuhiko had actually seen one.
それじゃあ三宮さん、ホームルームを始めるから、まずは座ってね。
Well then, Miss Sanomiya. Homeroom is about to begin, so please take a seat for now.
席は一番後ろの窓際よ。
Your seat will be in the very back by the window. Not the protagonist's seat!
Oh, Mashiro.
Hello, OA. Welcome to the stream. I don't know why she has a ferret either. Nobody's talked about it, and Anna hasn't said a word. Anna pointed to the seat next to Mashiro. No!
理解した。
Understood. Acknowledging the teacher indifferently, the girl named Sanomiya started walking to her new seat. Her gaze locked upon Natsuhiko the entire way. Yo, this means war! Oh, it just only her, yeah.
What's with her?
But she said nothing, slipping in beside Natsuhiko to reach her seat.
夏彦、ずいぶん可愛い子だね。
Hey, Natsuhiko, she's, pretty cute, huh?
ああ、確かに。
Yeah, she sure is.
What the hell, man?!
ね、お人形さんみたいだよね。やっぱハーフの子って綺麗なんだね。
Oh, Mashiro. Swinging both ways a bit. She's kind of like a doll, isn't she? I guess half Japanese girls really are cute.
確かに人種的な要素もあるかもしれないけど。
True, I guess there might be a genetic component to it, but...
Regardless of how he put it, she was an eye-catchingly beautiful girl.
でもなんか夏彦のことじっと見てなかった？
But it kind of looks like she was staring at you, huh, Natsuhiko?
そうかも
Maybe, I guess.
まさか知り合いとか？
You don't know her by any chance, do you?
な。いや、
No.
でもこいつは面白くなってきたね。
But things are getting pretty interesting, don't you think? We're starting the plot!
何が
Huh? Interesting how.
Oh, come on! I've forced you to watch more anime than this! You should know this, man!
ハーフの転校生なんて盛り上がるじゃん。非日常じゃん。こりゃやっぱ友達にならなきゃ。
We gotta have Japanese transfer student! How often does that happen? It's like in an anime! We gotta make friends with her for sure! So I can make sure she doesn't fall in love with you.
ミーハーだなお前
You sure are infatuated with her.
As they spoke, Anna continued on with homeroom. And after a few short announcements,
じゃあ朝のホームルームはおしまい。それじゃあ皆さんまた午後にね。
okay, that's the end of morning homeroom. See you this afternoon, everyone. Anna departed the classroom with a farewell. As if it was waiting for that cue, all the girls made a beeline to Sanami's desk.
ねえねえ、三宮さんってフランスのどこに住んでたの？
Like, hey, Miss Sanamiya, where in France did you live?
休みの日とか何してるの？
Like, what do you like to do on your days off?
どうしてこんな中途半端な時期に引っ越ししてきたの？
Why'd you move at such an odd time? In light of all those questions,
住んでいたところはアンドレジ。
I lived in Andrassy.
休日は読書する。
I read on my days off.
転居理由は家庭の事情。
I moved because of family circumstances.
以上。それで。
That's all. Anything else? She answered all of the questions in one breath, and then looked at each of the girls. The girls fell silent. At her intense gaze, hello Berncastle, welcome to the stream.
それがどうしたの？
Is there a problem with that?
いや、どうしたってわけじゃ。
Like, no, there's not really a problem, but...
ほら、周りが年上ばっかりだと溶け込みづらいかなって思って。
Like, well, you know, we were kind of worried we might be having trouble adapting to an environment where everyone's older than you, so...
あ、そうそう。それでこっちから話しかけようかと。
yeah, that. So, like, we totally thought we'd try to come and bring up a conversation for you.
気遣い不要。年下扱いも望むところではない。
No need for your concern. I don't want any special treatment for my age.
年齢が2つ3つ違っても、人間性にさほどの影響はないはず。
An age difference of 2 or 3 years is not very significant relative to the human lifespan. Oh my god, she's Yuki Nagato! She's an alien!
まあ、
Mashiro.
Yeah, I guess.
理解した。ならば普通に扱ってくれればいい。
Understand? Then please, if you would treat me normally. You're a space alien from another planet! Oh my god! We gotta fight the canopy domain together!
Oh. Please excuse Mashiro.
Sanamiya bluntly answered as she took the paperback book out of her bag. Not an ounce of warmth could be felt from her voice.
What was all that about? Did she just not like being interrogated? Or with that show of pride as a child prodigy? In any case, she generally seemed the type to distance herself from other people.
急に話しかけてごめんね。
Lee, truly sorry for speaking out to you so suddenly.
ね、行こっか。
Hey, like, let's go.
うん。
Yeah, she's like a total bummer. One by one, the girls left Sanamiya alone. But that didn't discourage a certain other girl from approaching her.
はい、ボンジュール。マドマーゼル・ルイース。
Hey, bone juice! Mademoiselle Louise? Your French is awful. Oh, I thought that was Natsuhiko's thoughts. I'm sorry, Cheers. Because it was in like a weird boxing. It was Mashiro. Sanamiya shuddered for a second before glaring at her. You are now my rival. Oh no!
ボンジュール
Bone juice.
ボンジュールで合ってたんだ。よかった。ちょっと自信なかったんだ。
Oh, thank God I said that right. I was ragging my brain over the pronunciation. Oh, good, my bon juice got through to you. Thank goodness. I wasn't too sure of myself there. I was being sarcastic. It's bonjour, you uncultured swine. Awkward silence. Oh. Mashiro darted her eyes back and forth, perhaps looking for a topic of conversation before resting those eyes on the book Sanemiya was holding.
おーっと、趣味が読書とは渋いね。私の友達も本好きなんだけどさ。
Oh, I see you like reading. How tasteful. You know, one of my friends loves books too, actually. She's a real bookworm.
そう。
Really? How shocking. Somebody likes reading.
その本は私も読んだことあるよ。名作だよね。SF ジュブナイルのマスターピースだよね。
I've read that book too. That's a famous sci-fi young adult action fiction masterpiece, right? Huh.
ね。
Right? No matter what Mashiro said, Sanemiya would not humor her with a proper reply. Natsuhiko held his breath, watching their little exchange out of the corner of his eye.
何か用なの？
What do you need?
いや、
No, well,
せっかくクラスメートになったんだしさ、友達になりたいってだけなんだけど。
you know, since we're classmates from now on, you know, and you're sitting next to me, and you got the protagonist seat, and your mysterious transfer student, I thought maybe we should be friends. Mashiro said, heeding Sanemiya's wish not to be treated as a younger child. However, Sanemiya herself merely furrowed her eyebrows in displeasure.
That's enough, Mashiro. Give up. She's clearly rejecting you.
Never! Natsuhiko was about to stop Mashiro, but right before he could, Sanemiya murmured,
好きにすればいい。
Say it yourself.
What?
Yes! Persistence pays off! An unexpected reaction. He was sure she was going to reject her.
やった！それじゃあ改めて自己紹介ね。
Yay! So, allow me to make a proper introduction.
私は鳥羽真白で、こっちは友達の夏彦。
I'm Mashiro Toba, and this is my friend, Natsuhiko. He's mine, so don't get any funny ideas.
Oh, wait, what?
Natsuhiko jumped, startled to hear his own name come up.
おい真白、勝手に僕まで紹介するなよ。
Hey, Mashiro. Don't just go introducing me on your own.
何を固いこと言ってんの？友達の友達は友達でしょ？
What are you being so stiff for? A friend of a friend is a friend, right?
さあ、ほらほら、挨拶して、年長者から。
Now, go greet her properly. You are her elder. Mashiro pulled Natsuhiko to his feet by the arm. I really hope I'm not screwing frickin' things over by doing this. So there was really no way he could back down at that point.
天下は夏彦です。よろしく。
Well, I'm Natsuhiko Tenkawa. Nice to meet you.
よろしく。
Nice to meet you.
さて、なんて呼んだらいいかな？
Now then, what should we call you? Oh god, Mashiro's gonna give her the name Salyu, isn't she?
三宮さん、ルイーズちゃん、ユイニャン。どれも可愛い名前だから迷うな。
Let's see, Miss Sanamiya, Louise. Jeez, Louise. Yui. They're all so cute! I just can't pick one!
別にどれでも。
It doesn't really matter which.
そうだ、その3つを縮めて、サリュっていうのはどう？
Oh, I know! I'll jam all three together and call you Salyu! How's that? That doesn't make any...
おいおいマシロ、早速あだ名って慣れ慣れしすぎないか？
Whoa, Mashiro. Giving her a nickname right off the bat. Don't you think you're jumping the gun just a tad?
いやいや、やっぱ友達との距離を近くするのはあだ名ですよ。ユーリもそう言ってました。
Not at all! Remember what Yuri used to say? Dwarven vow number 1. Make a nickname is a surefire way to bridge the distance between friends.
Oh, you're getting your anime and games crossed.
Mashiro point or Louise point here? I'm gonna get a Mashiro point.
ねえどう？サリュってのは私としては可愛いと思うんだけどな。
So how about it? How does Salyu sound? I think it's cute, personally.
別にそれでもいい。
Well, I don't see why not. After all, if I fight it, you're just gonna think of something even stupider. Yay!
本当？
Really? Mashiro nodded to herself repeatedly. Huh. Natsuhiko was a little surprised at how easily the nickname was approved.
意外と素直だな。もしかして気に入ったこのあだ名？
That sure was easy. What, did you happen to like that nickname?
まあ。
I guess. She answered quite simply. But did she really like it, or was she just or was she just sick of Mashiro talking once you get it over with?
Oh, probably the latter, I'd say.
じゃあサリュこれからよろしくね。
So, saw you once again. Nice to meet you. Huh. Sanamiya, now Kristen saw you, had begun the day with a thoroughly cold attitude. Just like that, she was gradually easing into becoming Mashiro and Natsuhiko's new friend. And what are we going? Wow, we are going straight up to Metal Gear here. Okay. Dang. Lolly Lulelo. Lolly Lulelo! I must find Liquid. Liquid Salyu. The first lesson of the day was English. A clear voice rang out in the silent classroom.
It is only with the heart that one can see lightly.
It is only with the heart that one can see rightly.
What is essential is invisible to the eye.
Ah! This is so cute! Die the death. The great equalizer is the death. I mean, what is essential is invisible to the eye. Salyu was chosen by the teacher right off the bat to read out of the textbook. Once Salyu finished reading, the teacher spoke.
Excellent! 適切な発音でとても美しかったわ。
Excellent! Your pronunciation was quite beautiful.
それでは日本語訳はできますか、三宮さん。
No, can you translate into Japanese, Miss Sanamiya?
心でしか人は正確に物を見ることができない。
People are unable to see things accurately except with the heart. So, that's... Is that an Umineko reference?
肝心な点は目には見えない。
The essential details cannot be seen with the eyes. In other words, without love, it cannot be seen. I can't believe I'm saying this in the Burncastle voice.
That's right. では座って結構ですよ。
That's right! You may return to your seat! Salia slid back into her seat, her expression remaining unchanged despite the praise. The unconcerned look on her face perhaps implied she didn't really think it was that big of a deal.
ではこの例文の文法ですが、
Now then, about the grammar used in this example sentence. With complete disregard to the teacher who was continuing the lesson, Mashiro whispered.
サリューさすがいい発音だね。聞き惚れちゃったよ。
Salia, your pronunciation was just as amazing as I expected. Your voice was so enchanting. For some reason, the teacher always yells at me in this class. I can't imagine why. Yeah, me neither. Oh, it's a quote from The Little Prince. I had no idea. Thank you, GAs. But Salia merely turned her head and looked the other way.
うん、釣れない。
Oh, silent treatment, huh?
そりゃそうだ。授業中だぞ。前見ろよ、マシロ。
Well, yes, we're in the middle of class. Eyes forward, Mashiro.
Oh, come on! In an anime we can talk as much as we want in the classroom and that doesn't matter. But despite accosting Mashiro for doing the same thing, Natsuhiko sneaked a peek at Salia himself. She gazed listlessly at the screen with a look on her face that made her seem quite hard to approach.
A child prodigy, huh?
Perhaps there really were concrete things that separated the geniuses from the ordinary.
If only she had some sort of weak spot. We'll use that to find some common ground.
At least that's what Natsuhiko thought, but... Next class was physical education, which only gave Salia an opportunity to display even more talent. Ha! With a yell, Salia did a handstand leg spread. Without falling over, she proceeded to cross the balance beam while spinning around. Whoa! The teacher and students cheered. Even Natsuhiko and Mashiro watched with gaping mouths.
すごい。なんか格ゲーのキャラみたいな動きしてるよ。
Oh, wow! She's moving around like some kind of fighting game character! Even when she stands still, she's like all bouncing around the fighting stance.
ああ、たかが体育の授業なのにな。
Yes, and this is just regular old phys head.
The phys ed teacher merely instructed the students to use the balance beam in freestyle performance. And yet she calmly pulled off that bold move. It appeared it wasn't just her intelligence that was superior to ordinary 13-year-old, but her physical ability too.
天は彼女に難物を与えりゃ気が済むんでしょうか。
Just how much will heaven bless her before they think she's had enough? What the hell? How am I supposed to compete with that?
美貌、知性、身体能力がそれや大三元だよ。100万だよ。
Beauty, intelligence, physical fitness. That's like a straight or a flush. A straight flush. Fucking hell!
マシロ、例えが親父臭いぞ。
Mashiro, you sound like a geezer with that metaphor of yours.
ははしかもこの学校に来ている以上 PC も当然使えるってことは。
And so she's going to this school. That obviously means she can use VC too, doesn't it?
大三元どころか大数詞。やばいね。パーフェクトガールだよ。
So it's not just any straight flush, but a royal flush! Oh man, she's the perfect Goyle! Oh god! Fucking hell! I need Yuri's help! Well, Mashiro was getting herself excited. Natsuhiko only had a vague feeling that something wasn't right. You see, Mashiro, you're not dealing with the average 13-year-old anymore. You're dealing with an advanced 13-year-old!
Why would a girl like that bother transferring to a school like ours?
Probably because of the whole BC thing.
Probably to study BC. Or could there be some other reason?
Perhaps since his meeting with her left such an impression, there were quite a few things that bugged him about her. But in the end, aside from Salyu's bold move, nothing particularly odd happened that period. And thus, morning classes came to a close. Labo, 6th Laboratory of Atomic and Biological Organization. After lunch break, an extracurricular lesson was scheduled for the afternoon classes. Students were to board a bus for a field trip to an outside facility. Oh wow. So they're going to a field trip to Labo. Jeez. A field trip for half a day is so fucking cheap!
Be grateful we get one at all.
Natsuhiko and the others left school with Nana. As they waited for the bus stop in front of the school gate, Mashiro talked to Salyu again.
サリュー、学食美味しかった？
Salyu, how was the cafeteria food?
普通。
Normal. They were apparently talking about the food they just ate a while ago.
Normal, huh? Just how long is she going to keep up the lone wolf act?
ただ、少し驚いた。
I was just a little surprised. I was expecting it to be god awful.
え？何に？
Huh? About what?
食事を自ら買うというシステムに。
The system for buying your own food.
食事はすべて運ばれてくるものだと思っていたから。
I thought all food was supposed to be served to you. How uncouth.
うん？
Huh?
Natsuhiko couldn't help but interject at her odd statement.
食事が運ばれてくるだって？
Food-
お嬢様学校みたいなところだとそうなのか？
Food's supposed to be served to you. Is that how it is at rich girl schools?
お嬢様学校とやらの定義がよくわからないけど、自分で食事を買い求めたのは初めて。
Oh, I wonder if she's the freaking science experiment. After all, like they pretty much just said les enfants terribles with her. Like so, there's a very high chance of her being like a super engineered super soldier. I don't know what you mean by rich girl schools, but I personally have never gone and bought my own food before.
そういうものか？
Really?
Natsuhiko was taken a little by surprise, but Mashiro, on the other hand, spoke calmly.
はあ、さすがおフランスの学校ってのはハイソなんだね。
I guess French schools really are such high society establishments. Oh my god, I can just picture it like in one of those shoujo mangas.
まあ他にもよくわからないことがあったら何でも質問してよ。
Well, if you come across anything else you don't quite understand, don't hesitate to ask. Your friend Mashiro is here.
わからないこと。
Anything I don't understand. Salyu pondered Mashiro's offer for a little bit and then...
あれは何？
Oh, what's that? She pointed outside the school gate and inquired. Salyu's finger was aimed at a camera overlooking the street in plain sight.
ああ、監視カメラだよ。
Oh, that's a security camera.
監視カメラ。生徒を監視するための？
Security camera for keeping the students under surveillance.
違うよ。不審者が学校に入ってこないように見張ってるだけ。
No, not quite. It's just to make sure nobody suspicious tries to get into the school.
そういえば、昨日街の中でもあれを見かけた。どこにでもあるの？
That reminds me. I saw a lot of those around town yesterday too. Are they everywhere?
そう。監視カメラは6名士の至るところにあって、犯罪者に睨みを利かせているのさ。
Yep, the security cameras all over Rokame City to keep a careful eye on any suspicious people. Mashiro explained pridefully. Security cameras establish high levels of public order within the city, so it's like London, I guess.
おかしな街。何か奇妙な感じがする。
What an odd city. Something feels a little off.
確かにちょっと特殊かもね。この町はほら政令指定機密都市だからさ。
True, I guess it does have its peculiarities. It is a government-designed top secret city, after all. Like, if they're allowed to use the internet and shit, I can't see how the city can be top secret. Because how could they possibly monitor all that?
それは何？
Oh, what's that?
多分この国独特の制度なんだけど。
I think it's probably a Japan-only thing.
そうだ、夏彦、整形とか得意でしょ？説明してあげてよ。
I know. Natsuhiko, you're good at social studies, right? You explain it. You got your straight A's.
え
You got glasses.
僕が
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you. Seemed like Mashiro wanted to make sure Natsuhiko and Sayu talk. Natsuhiko sighed and started explaining.
つまりさ、この市は政府による科学特区指定がなされていて、治安第一の条例が敷かれているんだよ。
So basically, this city is designed by the government as a special zone for science. So heavy regulations are imposed to prioritize safety first.
そのためにいろいろと特殊な制度や街頭設備があるんだ。監視カメラはその一環さ。
And to enforce those regulations, we have various systems and devices installed around the streets, including those security cameras.
Oh, its coordinates are hidden to the general public. I see. Still, like you're just trapped in one city forever? Also, how the fuck did they hide something like that from Google Maps? like a whole city hidden? That seems kind of quite difficult. Oh, it's explained in the tips. I wish I knew which one. That's really interesting, actually. Huh! I had no idea that the city itself was a secret. That it even existed. Cause didn't they make like animes like that aired like, and isn't BC like a known thing?
And to enforce those regulations, we have various systems and devices installed around the streets, including those security cameras.
他にどういう得意点が？
What other sorts of systems are in place? And just humor me, please. Can you speak it into my hairband?
Speak it into your hairband? Why?
I can hear it better. There.
まず転居するにも複雑な手続きが必要なこととか。
Let's see, there's a complex process you need to go through to move, I guess.
町に出入りするだけでも市役所に届けを出さなければならないとかかな。
And just to leave the city, you need to notify City Hall beforehand.
どうしてそこまで？
Why so thorough?
研究施設が多い以上、産業スパイとかに狙われる可能性を憂慮して、セキュリティには万全が期されているってことらしい。
There are a lot of research facilities in the city, so there are warranted concerns of industrial espionage. I bet they expect nothing less than perfect security.
国策に関わる重要な研究も数多く行われてるから、研究成果の流出を警戒してるんだ。
Many of the facilities carry on important research involving national policy, so they need to be careful of any information leaks.
そうそう。噂じゃ電話とかメールもフィルタリングされているって話だよ。
Exactly! There are even rumors that the phone calls and emails are filtered to detect leaks too. Wouldn't it be insane if this was like a post-apocalyptic universe and like this was the final city of humanity or something? Like seriously.
どうサリュー？そういうの聞くと街全体が秘密研究所って感じしない？ SF っぽくてかっこいいでしょ。
So, what do you think, Sayu? Doesn't it sound like the whole city is a top secret laboratory? It's so cool inside, but I like, don't you think? It's like we're living in an anime. Saw you stared in wonder at Mashiro's pressing question.
また真白の妄想が始まったか。生まれた時から住んでると普通の光景だろ。
Oh, there you go again with your delusional babbling, Mashiro. When you live here from birth, it all becomes a normal sight, doesn't it?
監視カメラだって警官パトロール中の張り紙みたいなもんだ。心にやましいところがなければ気にもならない。
The security cameras are essentially just window stickers that say police on duty. The innocent should have nothing to fear. Oh, I know that statement is going to bite me in the ass later.
Really, Devon Beagle? I had no idea. Like, I could understand, like, small settlements and shit, but... Or like, a hidden facility, like, hidden laboratories and shit like that, like, sure. Like, especially, like, underground. But an entire city hidden? I could never imagine such a thing. That kind of thing really does exist? That's crazy.
でも少々過剰な警備のように思える。
But the security seems a little excessive to me.
いやいや、ちょっと過剰なくらい警備した方が安心できるんだよ。
Not at all! The heightened security actually gives us peace of mind.
何しろこの町にはあれがあるからさ。
After all, we've got that thing in our city! Mashiro pointed to the bus stop's provided map as she spoke. And drawn on the edge of that map, the outskirts of town was a huge hexagonal building. Of course, they ruined it by making one side of the hexagon slightly wider.
あれは
Oh, what's that?
ラボだよ。六名市最大の研究施設で。
That's Labo! Rokume City's largest research facility!
日本を代表する原子力研究所だよ。
It's Japan's Model Atomic Energy Research Institute. They totally research atomic energy there. Really, absolutely, I can totally vouch for that 1,000,000,000%. Natsuhiko stiffened at the sound of those words, because that was the very same singular thing that bothered him about the city. Labo, its proper name being the 6th Laboratory of Atomic and Biological Organization, an independent administrative corporation that developed technology and conducted research on atomic energy and its biological effects. It was a national facility, but its management was entrusted to Rokume City. One thing was special about this facility. It was a small-scale nuclear reactor housed within the premises for research purposes. They used it to perform several tasks from nuclear fission experiments to nuclear fusion reactor development. An enormously profitable field of research. Sure they did. Sure they did. And for the risks the research brought, the national government provided subsidies to the city. And as a result, the formerly ordinary Rokume City was reborn as the city of scientific research it was today. Really, it used to be a normal city. That's interesting. Huh. In terms of economics, industry, and science altogether, Labo could very well be said to be the town's core.
産業スパイが狙うとしたらあそこだよ。世界でも最先端の設備や研究者が揃ってるって話だし。
If there were any industrial spies, that would be their first target. They said they've got world-class industry leaders in both researchers and equipment. Oh my god, could you imagine if a spy went in there? Yes, I could totally imagine it. I mean, I can't imagine.
そして夏彦のお母さんはその代表なんだよね。
And Natsuhiko's mother is the face of those industry-leading researchers, isn't she? Oh. Is she? Hey, Natsuhiko, can I come over to your house?
What?
Mashiro smiled as she brought up the subject.
まあね。
I guess.
Natsuhiko looked slightly ashamed about it. Natsuhiko's mother, Dr. Miyoko Tankawa, was a researcher at Labo. She's so cool. Natsuhiko didn't quite know everything about her credentials, but he knew that she was an apparently world-leading physicist. However, Natsuhiko wasn't very fond of his cool-headed researcher of a mother. I can tell based on her reaction to his death. She's like,
Oh, Natsuhiko died? Oh, what a pity. Anyway, could I have a decaf cappuccino, please?
she's like, seriously. She's just like, my God.
True, I guess the research results Mom's team produces do provide the city with huge profits.
And, does she keep those research results at your house?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Damn. I mean, interesting.
And both the town's prosperity and our livelihoods benefit from it. But still.
True enough, Natsuhiko's mother had quite a high salary. Despite that fact, Natsuhiko really did not like the facility of Labo itself that much. And it wasn't just because he didn't get along with his mother. The real reason had to do with Natsuhiko's personal past.
If only I didn't go to Labo that day. 9 years ago.
Bitter regret spread through his heart, yep. And they're using the Higurashi red cloud background thing, so you know it's serious.
何夏彦急に黙り込んで
Oh, you just broke me out of a flashback.
It's Natsuhiko, why the sudden silence?
Huh?
なんでもないよ。それよりバスはまだかな。
It's nothing. Anyway, when's that bus gonna get here?
The moment he said that, the bus came rolling in.
はい皆さん席順は決まってないから適当に乗り込んでね
Okay, everybody. There are no assigned seats, so arrange yourselves however you'd like, okay?
それじゃあ2人とも近くの席に座ろうよ
In that case, let's sit close together, you two! I ain't keeping my eye off you.
まあいいよ。なんか他の男子に睨まれそうだけど。
Sure. I get the feeling the other boys are glaring at me, though.
Oh, that's just because you were here on protagonist. Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. Mashiro!
Saw you looked like she wanted to say something. But eventually she just nodded at Mashiro's words and boarded the bus.
さてみんな着いたわよ
Parapsychology Research Center. Dang. Okay, looks like we're all here. Anna called out to her students.
ここが6名詞における BC 研究のメッカ超心理学研究所よ
This is the mecca of BC research in Rokume City, the Parapsychology Research Center. The Rokume City Parapsychology Research Center, or the PRC for short. As Rokume City's largest BC research facility, it has achieved many research breakthroughs in the past.
それじゃあ早速中に入ってみましょう
Now then, class, let's come on in! Natsuhiko and the rest of the class followed Anna, who seemed oddly excited for the field trip. Once the class was inside, a staff member in charge of guiding visitors began to explain various things relating to the facility and BC in general.
ここはオフィスとなっておりまして、各種実験データの分析などを行っております。
Damn, they even gave these random background scientists their own unique hairstyles and faces. Like, what the fuck? Like, wow, this guy looks like he's, I don't know, he reminds me of one of those professors from like Astro Boy. I think he might have been modeled after.
Well, this is the office. We conduct all kinds of experimental data analysis here.
主に生物学的見地から BC 使用時の脳の働きとその関連性を
Hello, Guppy Force. Welcome to the stream.
From a chiefly biological standpoint, BC is a function of brain activity, and thus...
Mashiro and the other students listened on curiously, but Natsuhiko was completely inattentive.
For a cutting-edge research facility, they've got a pretty ordinary-looking office.
He was merely pondering dumb thoughts like that. In contrast to Natsuhiko, he was curious as the mall was.
なるほど。勉強になります。
I see, I see. That's so enlightening. Their leader, Anna.
BC 粒子関連の研究なんかもここで行っているんですか？
Do you do BC particle research here too?
そういった研究は別の研究室で行っております。機密レベルが高いのでお見せできませんが。
Research on that front takes place in a different laboratory. It's highly classified information, so we can't show you, however.
Damn it, oh, how fascinating.
例えばある研究室では脳内におけるマインド粒子の作用およびワンダラー粒子との相互作用について研究しております。
For example, one certain laboratory conducts research on the function of intracerebral mind particles and their interaction with wanderer particles.
Oh, so that's the W particles there.
BC 使用時に脳内で発生するエネルギー量の測定、分析などは？
What about measurement and analysis of the energy generated intracerebrally during BC usage? Wait a minute! Did you just say mind particles? MP? We really do have magic!
Oh god, Mashiro's not going to stop talking about this, is she?
Is she always like this?
Yes, but you get used to it and eventually it becomes quite endearing. Eventually.
そういったことももちろんやっておりますよ。
Yes, naturally, we conduct research on that as well.
例えば、レベル4のコミュニケーターの方の場合、最大10マイクロスカラーバリュー程度のエネルギー量が
For example, in the case of a little 4 communicator, a maximum of 10 microscalar values of energy.
And thus, Anna and the staff member essentially had a one-on-one conversation, ignoring the students. And eventually the field trip came to a close. Wow, that was super uneventful.
はい。どうでしたか皆さん？面白かったわね。
Okay, everybody, how was it? Did you find everything fun?
Yes, tits McGee. I mean, Miss Anna! Oh, Mashiro, curse you!
What did I do?
Got that blasted term stuck in my head.
As they left the facility, Anna spoke to the lined up students.
一番面白がってたのは先生じゃないですか。
Aren't you the one who had the most fun, Miss Anna?
途中から専門用語だらけで置いてかれちゃいましたよ。
You started getting all technical on us and we couldn't keep up. A few students laughed at Mashiro's jab.
そうね。ごめんなさい。
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
他の先生とああいう話はできないからちょっと盛り上がってしまって。
Oh, wow. Girl, I feel you. I love that. Oh my god, I know exactly how you feel. Like when you know he talks about science, it's like, oh my god. I can't have talks like that with the other teachers. So I got a little carried away back there. Oh, how embarrassing.
ともかくこれで今日の授業は終わりです。学校に帰るバスもあるけど現地解散も OK よ。
Anyway, that's it for classes today. There's a bus back to school, but you may as well split up here if you'd like. Okay.
皆さん帰り道に気をつけてね。家に着くまでが課外授業ですよ。
Be careful on your way back, everyone. The field trip's not over until you get home. And thanks to your parents' signed permission slips, we cannot get sued if anything happens. So good luck! And with that piece of advice, the field trip was over. Students dispersed in every which way. Natsuhiko and the others were not part of any clubs and said no business on campus after school. They decided to head straight home. Hell yeah, the going home club.
し、そんじゃ夏彦帰ろっか。
Alrighty, how about we head home, Natsuhiko?
うん、そうだな。
Yeah, sure.
Natsuhiko half-heartedly replied.
Oh man, I'm kinda tired.
Sharp-sighted Anna caught sight of Natsuhiko's yawn and called out to him.
お疲れのご様子ね、天川くん。
You sure seem tired, Mr. Tenkawa.
先生。
Huh, Professor. Yes, Professor Anna. I would never call you by any other name.
Anna smiled dryly when Natsuhiko twitched.
ダメよ。課外授業中もぼーっとしていたでしょう。
You were spacing out during the field trip too, weren't you? We can't be having any of that.
すみません。
I'm sorry.
天川くんは超心理学があまり好きじゃないのかしら。担当教師としては悲しいんだけど。
You really don't like parapsychology, do you, Mr. Tenkawa? That makes me a little sad as your parapsychology teacher.
違うんです、先生。ただ。
Oh no, it's not that, Professor. It's just I had a terrible experience 9 years ago. Go.
ただ
It's just...
実は僕 BC ってもの自体が苦手なんですよ。理由は一口じゃ説明できないんですが。
Oh my god, I gotta read Jason's comment.
Oh man, being a student is exhausting. All this sitting and learning.
And then Watase is like,
Boy, I am literally fighting fires at this point in my chapter 2. Don't you dare talk to me about tired. Oh boy, I see we're going to get along swimmingly in Route C, where we're going to kill God together and take down a Fia girl in the true laboratory. Somehow. I'm not too good with BC itself, actually. It's hard to explain.
oh my god, Natsuhiko can only activate his BC when his true love is in danger. His true love?
Pay no attention to her.
Oh, that sounds exciting, though. Natsuhiko spoke what was on his mind. Upon which Mashiro cut in beside him.
夏彦も昔はこんなに BC 嫌いじゃなかったんですけど、年々苦手意識が強くなっちゃったみたいで。
Natsuhiko didn't hate BC this much in the past, but it looks like he's becoming more self-aware of how he's not good at in these past few years.
なるほどね。でもそういう人は昔から多いわ。
I see. But there's always been people like that. Anna smiled somewhat sadly as she spoke.
私はそんな人々の意識をできれば変えたいと思ってるのよ。
And I'd like to change their perspectives if that's all possible.
そのために超心理学の教師になったようなものなの。
And that's kind of why I became a parapsychology teacher.
私自身はコミュニケーターでもないのにね。 ちょっと変かしら。
Even though I'm not a communicator myself. Is that strange?
いやちっとも変じゃないです。
No, I don't find it strange in the slightest.
Natsuhiko struggled to find a reply. Just as Anna said, she was a parapsychology teacher but couldn't use BC in the slightest. For someone of Anna's generation, that was only natural.
This is just like My Hero Macadamia.
The great worldwide communicator boom only began about 16 years ago, after all. The vast majority of those before that couldn't use BC.
Except for all for one.
Even the teachers at Rokume Academy were no exception, however. Natsuhiko was somewhat fond of having a female teacher this close to his own age. Oh yeah, that's right. He has a thing for older women, so I guess he wouldn't go for Salyu, thankfully. And so in a rare display of goodwill, Natsuhiko gave reluctant words of encouragement.
その立派だと思います。超心理学の教師になりたがる人は少ないと聞きますから。
I think that's commendable. I heard there aren't that many people striving to become parapsychology teachers.
God damn it, Natsuhiko, I fucking swear. I will drink as many gallons of milk as it takes, if that's what you want.
Mashiro? I don't think that's how it works.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
でも先生はどうしてそんな志を持ったんですか？
But what gave you the motivation, Miss Anna?
先生の世代の方が BC 嫌いの人が多いって聞きますけど。
I heard that there were a lot of people who hated BC in your generation.
それはね、トバさん。そうすることが今後の社会にとってとても大切なことだと思っているからよ。
Well, Miss Toba, it's because I believe my efforts will be crucial to the society of tomorrow. Anna's face suddenly turned serious at that point in the conversation.
これから人と人との関わり方は大きく変わってくる。きっと社会のあり方もね。
Interpersonal relations are going through a huge turnabout, and as a result, I'm sure society will too.
今各国では BC の研究とコミュニケーターの保護に力を入れているし、誰もがその可能性に期待しているわ。
Currently, every nation is striving to research BC and protect communicators. After all, everyone's waiting to see what possibilities you guys will bring.
可能性って言いますと。
Possibilities?
例えばテレパシーでは感情を対象者に直接伝えることができるじゃない？
For example, telepathy allows for telepaths to directly convey emotions to their targets, doesn't it?
これはいずれ精神治療の分野に応用できるだろうと考えられているのよ。
That ability is expected to have practical applications for psychological treatments, as well as psychological torture.
What?
Nothing.
例えば思いっきり明るい感情を対象者に送り込めば精神疾患の原因となる感情を駆逐できるかもしれないってね。
Interesting. That is super interesting. For example, if you sent the target patient a lot of cheerful emotions, you could perhaps eliminate the negative emotions that are causing their psychological disorder.
なるほど。それっていい使い方ですね。
I see. That does sound like a good use case scenario. But couldn't that also be used for brainwashing?
Of course.
What?
I mean, of course not. Of course we are doing every possible measure to prevent that from ever happening.
ひょっとしたらうちの学校からもそういうニュータイプなセラピストが
Yes!
出てくるかもしれないね。
Oh my god, do you think maybe even our school could produce that sort of new type therapist?
ええ、 方を間違えたら危険なものでもある。
Mashiro, my girl, with the references. Of course. But on the other hand, BC is dangerous if handled improperly. I mean, you could, a high-level BC user that was with the wrong hands could become basically a super villain.
BC の歴史はまだ浅いもの。これが社会にとって良い技術になるのか悪い技術になるのかまだ誰にもわからない。
The history of BC is still mostly unwritten. Nobody knows for sure whether it'll be a benevolent act or a malevolent one. And oh my god, could you imagine if there was some super ultra powerful BC user that's hidden in a basement somewhere that was used for experiments and tortured and then one day will break loose and destroy all of humanity?
That's oddly specific.
Oh, it's just me just rambling.
でもせっかくなら良い技術になるよう若いコミュニケーターたちを導いてあげたい。
But since it's here to stay, I want to guide the young communicators toward making it a benevolent one.
そう思ったから私はこの仕事を志したのよ。
And that's why I pursued my career. And it was usually playful, but here she spoke with a serious tone of voice.
先生、かっこいいです。尊敬しちゃいます。
Miss Anna, that's so cool! I respect you even more now!
そう言ってもらえると教師冥利に尽きるわ。
And the respect is the best thing you could ever give to a teacher. That and, you know, campaign for a good, decent salary. As Anna spoke, she glanced at Natsuhiko.
だからこそね、天川くん。私は生徒のみんなには BC に対し正しい理解をしてほしいのよ。
So, Mr. Tenkawa, that's why I want all of my students to have a correct understanding of BC.
はい。
Yes, Professor.
今日の課外授業もいつもの実習もすべてはそのためのカリキュラムなの。
Today's field trip, as well as the usual practice drills, are all part of the curriculum to achieve that.
その対象を知ろうともしないまま嫌っちゃダメよ。ね？
You mustn't hate BC until you have a complete understanding of it, okay? And then you can hate it.
なるほど。わかりました。なるべく努力します。
Oh wow, cheers. that sounds cool. If Athena Sykes is an ESP therapist from Ace Attorney, I guess that kind of makes sense because she does have a unique ability, although it's very subdued.
I see. Okay, guess I'll give it the old college try.
今はそれで十分よ。
Goddamn OBS fucked up! Fucking hell, OBS! I know you're just kidding. I just thought it was a cool idea. I know it's obviously not the same universe. I can be pretty silly, but not that silly. Yeah, I got it, GA. My computer told me that the thing fucked up. Good. That's all I ask for now. And with that, Anna turned back.
それじゃあ先生職員の人にもう一度挨拶してくるわ。
Okay.
また明日学校でね。
I'll go speak with that staff member one last time. See you tomorrow at school.
はい。また明日。
Okay, see you tomorrow.
先生さようなら。
Goodbye, Miss Anna. With that exchange of farewells, they parted ways with Anna. And once Eno was out of earshot, Mashiro accosted Natsuhiko with a mischievous
や
smile.
れやれ夏彦はエナ先生の前では素直なんだからな。
Hey, yada yada. Good grief, Natsuhiko. You really suck up to Miss Ena, huh?
そう見えたか？
Oh, is that what it looked like?
そりゃね、努力しますとか言っちゃって、そんなこと大して思ってないくせに。
Oh, well, yeah, mister. Oh, I'll give it the old college try, cheerio. It's not like you actually even gonna try. You just said that to try to impress her.
Bullseye.
He himself had forgotten that in the heat of the moment, but Natsuhiko staunchly hated BC. His classmates were mastering telepathy one by one, but no matter how much time had passed, Natsuhiko remained at ability level 0.
I try and try, but I never get any better.
You completely lose motivation during parapsychology lessons, even now when Ena was the parapsychology teacher.
いやでもな、正直に答えたら先生が傷つくだけだろ。
But still, it would probably hurt her if I answered honestly.
まあね、先生本当に BC が好きみたいだからね。
True, true. My son really loves BC after all.
いや、多分それだけじゃないぞ。扱い方を間違えたら危険と言ってたし。
No, it's not just that. I mean, she did say BC is dangerous if handled improperly, too.
過去に BC 絡みで何か嫌な目にあったのかもな。だからきっとあんなに真剣に話してたんだよ。
So I wonder if she's had a bad experience relating to BC in the past. I mean, I'm sure that's why she was talking so seriously.
ふん、さすがよく見てる。
Huh. You must really be staring at a kid something like that. Right as Mashiro said that, a voice suddenly came up from behind.
あなたたちもそう思う？
Do you two agree?
Oh!
They turned around in surprise to see Sayu standing there behind them.
サリュー？どうしたのやぶから棒に。
Sayu! Oh, what's this all of a sudden?
あなたたちもそう思うって何が？
Do we agree about what?
BC は扱い方を間違えたら危険だって思ってる。
Do you agree that BC is dangerous if handled improperly? That was the first time Sayu was the one to initiate conversation. Natsuhiko answered, somewhat surprised.
いや、まあ昔からそういう風に言われているよ。
No, well, that's what they used to say in the past.
フランスでは違うの？
Was it different in France?
そう。
Don't know.
さあって何が言いたいんだ？
What do you mean you don't know? What are you trying to say?
別に意見を聞きたかっただけ。
Nothing. Just wanted to hear your opinion. Yep, I'm pretty sure she must have been raised in a facility or something.
用は済んだ。それじゃ。
I'm done. See ya. See ya. And with that, Sayu promptly tried to leave.
おい
Huh? Hey!
ちょっと待ってサリュー。
Hang on a second, Sayu!
何？
What?
せっかくだから一緒に帰らない？もうすぐ住宅街方面のバスが出るから。
Since we're all out here anyway, why not go home together? A bus will be here any moment now to take us to the residential area.
断る。行くところがあるから。
No thanks. I have somewhere to go. Sayu turned down Mashiro's offer and walked away, leaving just the two of them behind.
なんだあれ？
What was that all about?
不思議ちゃんだね。
She sure is a girl full of mysteries, huh? The archetypical mysterious transfer student! She better not win the frickin' battle for you.
What?
Nothing. After a moment of confusion, they headed to the bus stop, still at a loss to explain what happened. Natsuhiko and Mashiro boarded the bus back home.
それにしてもあの子やっぱりちょっと妙だな。
Man, there's something strange about that girl.
Mashiro turned her head to the side in response to Natsuhiko's comment.
何？サリュのこと？
Who? Salyo?
だってそうだろ。急に妙な質問したり、そのくせ質問の意味は話さなかったり。
Well, yes. I mean, she asked us a weird question all of a sudden, and then she didn't bother explaining it.
なんかじっと見られたかと思えば距離を置かれたり、どういうつもりかさっぱりわからない。
One moment she's staring at us, the other she's keeping a distance. I don't understand what she's trying to say.
何それ？寂しいこと言わないでよ。せっかく友達になったのに。
Hey, yeah, don't say something sad like that. I mean, we just got to be friends with her, and all.
多分サリは緊張してるだけだよ。明日からは一緒に帰ってくれるって。
I'm sure Salyu's just nervous about whether we'll go home with her after tomorrow or not.
そうかな。向こうが本当に友達だと思ってるかどうか怪しいもんだ。
I don't know. I mean, I'm a little doubtful if she even thinks of us as friends. We've literally just known each other a day.
もう、夏彦ガード硬すぎ。
Oh, jeez, Louise, Natsuhiko, you should keep your guard up too high.
昔はそんな子じゃなかったでしょ。誰とでも気軽に友達になってたじゃん。
You weren't like that in the past. You used to make friends easily with everyone until that awful tragic incident that changed your life.
そりゃ子供の頃の話だろ。高校生にもなれば人との付き合い方も変わるさ。
Well, yes, that was when I was a kid. Dealing with people is different when you're in high school.
お堅いな。困ったもんだね、まったく。
You're so stubborn, for real. As soon as Mashiro finished speaking, an announcement rang out on the bus's speakers.
次は6名公演6名公演お降りの方はお手元のボタンを押してください
Oh my god, I gotta read Jace's comment. But then, everything changed when the fire department attacked. Oh my god. Amazing.
Next stop is Rokamei Park. Rokamei Park. Please press the stop button to request this stop.
God, I wish all buses had something like that.
6名公演だって。久しぶりだね。
Oh, a Rokamei Park? Oh, that brings back memories. I remember it like it was yesterday. Dang.
ああ、子供の頃はよくここで遊んだな。
Huh? Oh, yes, we used to play there a lot when we were kids, huh?
True enough, outside the window was a huge park. Since they usually didn't take this way back, the bus route was different.
ええ、せっかく子供の頃の話が出たんだし、ちょっと寄っていかない？
Hey, why don't we drop by since we were just talking about our childhood days anyway? Oh, this is my opportunity for some social link points.
やだよ。ここで降りたら家まで結構歩かなきゃならないぞ。
No, if we get off here, it'll be quite a walk back home.
童心に帰ろうよ。
What? Come on, let's go reclaim your inner child.
まあ、そんなに言うならいいけどさ。
Yes!
Fine, if you insist.
Woo! There was something persuasive about Mashiro's persistence. Hell yeah, Mashiro! That's my girl! Yes, Yuri! Thank you! It worked! It worked! I get to go on a park date with Natsuhiko! And no saw you in sight! Natsuhiko pressed the stop button out of necessity. Once they got off the bus, the park spread out before them. Oh my god! A refreshing afternoon breeze blew through the trees.
いやー懐かしいね。何年ぶりかな。
Oh man, does this bring me back? How many years has it been? Oh my god, you guys, I'll be right back. I gotta take a wee bathroom break. I'll be right back. Oh my god, yes, 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 yes. right, we are back. Woo! Yes, she gets to go to park date. Yes, yes, yes. How many years has it been?
何年だろう。最後いつ来たかも覚えてないな。
I wonder.
Oh, why did I use that voice? Jeez.
I wonder. I don't even remember the last time I came here.
あの頃は子供たちみんなここに集まってさ、夏彦中心に遊んだよね。
You were the center of attention back then, Natsuhiko. All the kids would gather around you right here to play.
レンレンとかひみつとかアイポンとか。
Oh wow, who are these people? Like Redman and Machi and Oipon! Mashiro started listing the friends they had back then by the nicknames she had made up for them. Aww. And sure enough, hearing all those names made Natsuhiko feel nostalgic. Oh wow.
あ、そうだな。リチオとか杉蔵とか。
Oh wow.
まあルイチなんてやつもいたな。
This is a sweet moment.
Yes, that's right. There was Richio and Sugizo and Maruichi too.
みんな元気かな。
I wonder how they're all doing.
元気だよ。
I'm sure they're doing fine.
I guess they must have moved out of the city. Natsuhiko offered words of mere consolation. They pretty much hadn't seen any of their friends from back then in a long time. Hello, Donnie. Welcome to the stream. Natsuhiko and Mashiro attended Rokame Academy, a school exclusively for communicators. Oh, so if they weren't, I guess they go to a different school. And aside from Natsuhiko, Mashiro, and Yuri, none of the other kids have any aptitude as communicators. The path their lives took diverged, and after years and years, they suddenly found themselves going their separate ways.
でもさ、あの頃の夏彦ってほんと友達作るのうまかったよね。
But still, you really were good at making friends back then, weren't you, Natsuhiko?
ん？そうか？
Hmm? You think so?
学校が違っても年が違ってもこの公園で会ったことは誰でも友達になってたでしょ。
You made friends with all the kids you met in the park, regardless of school or age. Remember?
ユーリだって後から引っ越してきたのにすぐに仲良くなったもんね。
Even when Yuri moved here, you still made friends with her quickly, right?
まあな。
Oh yeah, Max Mashiro Tova, for sure.
Yeah, I guess.
True enough, that was the sort of kid Natsuhiko was, which is why he made friends with Yuri even though she was 2 years older than he was. I keep forgetting that Yuri is older. It's so weird, because she does not seem older in the slightest, at least by looks. Obviously, like, overall, she's probably centuries older than him.
それがどうして今じゃ転校生を受け入れられないような子になっちゃったのかな。
So how come now you become a guy who's not receptive of a transfer student? What happened, Mr. Popular?
なるほど、そうきたか。その話をするために僕をここに連れてきたんだな。
Oh, I see now. So that's how it is. You brought me here just so you could bring that up, huh?
どうだろうね。
I wonder about that. Mashiro smiled deviously.
まあある意味では夏彦もあの頃から変わってないなって気もするけどさ。
Though, I guess in a certain sense. You haven't changed from back in those days, though.
だって昔から反りが合わない子には厳しいところもあったじゃない。
I mean, even back then, you'd sometimes get stoned with kids you had a hard time with, didn't you?
ん？そうだっけ？
Hmm? Did I?
Oh, hello, Evlis, welcome to the stream. Oh, I'm so happy you're going to go to a restaurant for your mother's birthday. Your favorite restaurant. That's wonderful. You have a good time. And I certainly will keep shipping the hell out of these two.
そうだよ。例えば、私に対してとか。
We got stern with Mashiro. You did, with me, for example.
え
Huh?
Natsuhiko stared blankly at her after hearing such a sudden statement.
僕がお前に厳しくしてたって
Me? When was I ever stern with you?
ああ、ひどい。覚えてないんだ。
Hey, now that's rude. Don't you remember?
ほら、この公園でよく喧嘩したじゃん。
Come on, we used to fight all the time in this park, didn't we? I used to be a tsundere.
喧
I had
嘩
the pigtails and everything.
お
Fight? Oh,
That word suddenly jogged something in Natsuhiko's memory. The way we were. It was something that happened 10 years ago. Before the dark times. Natsuhiko and Mashiro were having a fight in the park that day.
何さ、夏彦の提灯フグ。
Oh yeah? Well, you are pufferfishly into Natsuhiko.
なんだよ真っ白のすべすべまんじゅうガニ
So what? You're a slimy egg crab, Mashiro. They were fighting over something as trivial as Mashiro calling Natsuhiko's favorite superhero show boring. Oh, them's fighting words as a kid. A flustered Yuri watched the fight from the sidelines.
夏彦くん、真白ちゃん、喧嘩はやめてよ。Natsuhiko, Mashiro, stop fighting.
ユーリは黙ってろ
Shut up, Yuri. Oh wow, Natsuhiko. Jeez.
黙ってろって？
Did you just tell her to shut up?
何さ夏彦、ユーリに向かって偉そうに、この野蛮人。
How can you act so mean to Yuri, Natsuhiko? You meanie?
何を
What was that? The two of them glared at each other, leaving Yuri alone. At this point in time, Natsuhiko and Mashiro had each already started to get along with Yuri. But there was still a terrible animosity between Natsuhiko and Mashiro.
大体何？なんとかまんじゅうがにって意味わかんないよ。
And what do you even mean by egg crab? That doesn't even make any sense.
お前の方がわかんねえよ真っ白のバーカバーカ
Oh my god, he really did that. Wow. Wow. Your face doesn't make sense, baka baka. Oh my god. Wow. That's a good one. Whoa! Back in the day, Natsuhiko and Mashiro often fought over every little thing like this. That was incredible. That was incredible. Wow. Kid Mashiro, Kid Natsuhiko, the savage. Holy shit. Jeez. Natsuhiko get along with everyone else, but for some reason he had a hard time with Mashiro. Oh, yes.
付き合ってらんない。
Huh, I don't ever want to see you again, Baka. Eventually, Mashiro threw down a sharp parting remark and walked away.
そりゃこっちのセリフだ
You stole the words right out of my mouth. Natsuhiko turned around and shouted back. That was an everyday occurrence for those two. And so everything's the same as always, says Yuri. Even Yuri complained as she watched Mashiro walk away.
もうどうして夏彦くんって真白ちゃんとはいつも喧嘩ばっかりなの？
She's Natsuhiko. Why do you always have to get into a fight with Mashiro?
だってあいつ女なのに生意気なんだもん。
Well, she's a cheeky little brat, even though she's a girl.
昔から何かっていうと僕に噛みついてきてさ。
She always snaps at me no matter what I say. She always has. Natsuhiko and Mashiro's houses were nearby, so they knew each other before they could remember. They went to the same kindergarten and therefore had more fights than they could count.
でも夏彦くん、正義のヒーローに憧れてるんでしょ？
Natsuhiko, I thought she wanted to be hero of justice.
だったら女の子と喧嘩しちゃダメじゃない？
So you shouldn't fight with girls then, shouldn't you?
Oh. Yuri had a weak spot. Natsuhiko had a strong sense of justice. He was a boy who wouldn't hesitate to challenge bullies that were bigger than him. So he yearned to be the sort of champion of justice that he saw in manga or on TV. And Yuri was right, but...
でも真白は口は悪いしパンチも痛いし
But Mashiro's got a filthy mouth and a punch is hurt.
あいつはきっと悪の手先なんだ。
So I'm sure she's just some sort of evil underling.
そんなことないよ。真白ちゃんはいい子だよ。
That's not true. Mashiro's a good girl.
女の子で一番最初に私の友達になってくれたしね。
She's the first girl that became my friend, too.
Yuri vouched for Mashiro with a warm voice. Yuri was 2 years older than Natsuhiko. So you wouldn't get into a fight with her. Which voice do you mean, Luca? What Natsuhiko expected of girls was that they'd be gentle and mature like Yuri. Oh, Natsuhiko. There's all types. The fire background. In other words, the exact opposite of Mashiro. Yeah, he must have not seen very many shows if he hadn't seen a single tomboy, like, in anything. Mashiro was his age and just as strong-willed as he was. Probably why they would often bump heads. Oh, yes.
もっと二人が仲良くなってくれれば私は嬉しいんだけどな。
Yuri playing the long game. Wow. Holy shit. Wow, girl.
It would make me happy if you two get along more.
そんな日はきっと来ないね。
I wouldn't hold my breath. That's never going to happen. Oh, Luca. The kid Natsuhiko voice is just the Mel voice from Fata Morgana. Not in a million billion years. Especially when I play with her tomorrow. Natsuhiko exaggerated. Mashiro dusk-lit bus. Mashiro teased Natsuhiko as he remembered the incident.
どう？思い出した？
So, remember now?
ああ、まあ。
Yeah, I guess.
Sure enough, it was as Mashiro said. They were mortal enemies back when they were kids.
まあ、そのなんだ。過去は過去。今は今だよ。
Well, so what? That was then, this is now.
まあね。あの頃は夏彦と仲良くなるなんて予想もできなかったからね。
True! Back then, I guess I never would have guessed that we'd get along.
人間関係なんて後々どうなるかわからないな。
Oh my god! Wow! I hope this is foreshadowing!
You never know how relationships turn out after all.
そうだよ。だからサリともさ、ちゃんと仲良くしてあげてね。
Exactly! So try to get along with Sayuto, okay? Easier said than done. Natsuhiko thought as he objected.
いや、だからさ、誰にでも気さくに話しかけられたのは子供だったからだって。
No, look. The reason I was able to talk to people so easily was because I was a kid.
というか、壁を作ってるのはサリュの方じゃないのか？
Besides, isn't Salu the one building a wall between us?
クラスの女子に話しかけられてもツンとしてたし。
I mean, she shunned all those other girls who tried to talk to her in class too.
そうかもしれないけど、だとしても考えてみてよ。あの態度も仕方ないじゃない。
Maybe. But still think about it. She really couldn't help it.
何が？
Why not?
だってフランスから日本へやってきてさ、しかもコミュニケーター専用の学校に転入するとなれば壁も作りたくなるよ。
I mean, if I moved all the way from France to Japan, even at the transfer into communicator exclusive school for the first time, I'm sure I want to build walls around me too.
Oh.
What's happening? Natsuhiko was taken aback by what Mashiro said. Certainly from an outsider's perspective, Rokame Academy may indeed be a bizarre school. Communicators may have started appearing all across the world, but looking at humanity as a whole, they were still an exceptionally rare breed. For example, even in Japan, the proportion of ordinary people to communicators was said to be 25,000 to 1. Oh wow, that is pretty rare. And the school was filled with nothing but students who were that rare one. Natsuhiko couldn't even begin to imagine what an ordinary person would think.
例えばサリュが今まで一般人に囲まれて暮らしてたとしたら、やっぱ緊張しちゃうでしょ。
Let's just say Salyu's been surrounded by ordinary people her entire life. I'm sure she'd be nervous by that sudden change.
確かに
True.
な。エンパシーが使えるやつがそばにいるかもしれないって状況は考えてみれば怖いよな。
If you think about it, it is kind of scary to think that the person next to you could be capable of using empathy.
夏彦も心を読まれるのを恐れる口なんだね。
Natsuhiko, you're the type who fears having their mind read too, aren't you?
そりゃあまあ平気な人もいるかもしれないけど、僕はやっぱり怖いよ。
I mean, it is a pretty scary thought.
Well, yeah, sure. There may be some people who are okay with the notion, but I find it frightening.
There probably wouldn't be any issue with if telepathy were the only BC ability. However, the problem lied with the other ability, empathy. If telepathy was the ability to convey your mind to others, empathy was the ability to read the minds of others. So for that reason, a lot of ordinary people seem to fear the communicators. There apparently used to be anti-communicator discrimination in the past too. Dang. Wow. If there are terrorists in the story, that's probably what this is about. I can kind of see. Which is why the government enacted various policies in order to protect communicators. To BC law has been added. An example of such legislation was the Communicator Protection Bill, aka BC Law, enacted 14 years ago. Part of that plan included the establishment of communicator-friendly wards like Rokame City and special schools like Rokame Academy. The rare 1 out of 25,000 individuals naturally gathered to this city. About 350 communicators lived in the city, or 20% of all communicators currently in Japan. Wow! About 1 in 500 city residents were communicators. Dang! Wow, 20% of the whole country. That's insane. And thus, many communicators came to live in the same place and receive focused protection. Japan led the world in performing such measures. For its efforts, Japan became known as an advanced BC nation.
まあフランスの情勢がよくわからないけど、環境は全然違うんだろうな。
Well, I don't know how it is in France, but it's probably a completely different environment than it is here.
そうそう。つまりサリはまだ新しい環境に慣れてないだけなんだよ。
Exactly! So in other words, Salyu just hasn't gotten used to her environment yet.
緊張するのも当然。だったら優しくしてあげなきゃね。
totally natural that she'd be nervous. So you gotta be nice to her, okay? Mashiro asked with a smile, which moved Natsuhiko. He was impressed by her consideration and attention to detail.
真っ白ってそのなんだいいやつだな。
Mashiro, I don't know how to say this, but you're a good person.
何言ってんの？昔の夏彦がやってたことを真似してるだけだよ。
Oh, what are you talking about? Just copying what you did back in the day.
そうなのか？昔の僕はいいやつだったってこと？
Really? Was I really that good a guy back then?
まあ、今も十分いいやつだけどね、夏彦は。意固地なのがたまに傷なんだよね。
Well, I think you still are a pretty good guy, Natsuhiko. Your one weakness is that you can just get a little stubborn sometimes, though.
そうかもな。
Yes, maybe you're right.
Natsuhiko gave a wry smile. He couldn't completely approve of Mashiro's viewpoint. After the years went by, his way of thinking solidified. It wasn't something that could be unlearned that easily. But nevertheless.
仕方ないな。真っ白に免じて少しは警戒を緩めてみよう。
Fine. You win, Mashiro. I'll try to lower my guard at least a little.
うん、そのくらいでいいよ。今はそれが精一杯ってね。
Yeah, that should be good enough. This will have to do for now, and all.
なんだそれ。またアニメの引用か？
What's that, another anime quote?
そう、私たちが生まれるずっと前のね。
Yeah, one from way before we were born, though.
At least, no one can accuse you of ignoring the classics.
Hell yeah. Their conversation derailed before long. Calm breeze enveloped them. This is amazing. And this, the two of them spent some leisurely time in the park. Woo! Once the sun had set, they boarded the bus again and headed home. The bus dropped them off at the stop closest to their homes. Masha would normally stop by her house, but since they stayed out late, she went directly to Tenkawa residence today. The Stranger. The quote is from Lupin the Third Castle of Cagliostro. I knew it sounded familiar. Oh wow, yeah. Mashiro is hardcore. Okay, we gotta start this because it hasn't even been 2 hours, believe it or not. But by the time they reached the house, Natsuhiko noticed something strange. Oh god, did somebody break in? It might be Salyu.
あれ？
Might be trying to steal the records of his mom or something. I don't know.
Huh?
There was a jet black car. Ooh. Parked out in front of his house. Or it could be just his mom then, maybe.
高級車っぽいね。誰の車？
No, that's an expensive looking car. Whose do you think it is?
さあ。
Okay, so it might not be his. It's probably not his mom.
Beats me.
With his head tilted to the side, Natsuhiko walked past the car and entered his home. This is kind of terrifying. Oh god. They took their shoes off at the entrance and headed to the living room when
ただいま。
I'm home?
Natsuhiko and Mashiro were greeted by an unbelievable sight.
サリュー。
Oh, it's Salyu! I thought it might have been Salyu. Salyu!
Salyu?
Oh god, this is gonna be a harem protagonist for sure. She's gonna live here. Salyu was there in the Tenkawa's living room. Yuri was standing there next to her with a smile.
こは何事？
What's this?
なんでサリューがここにいるんだ？
Salyu, why are you in my house?
今日からここに住むことになったから。
Because I'm gonna live here starting today. Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
は？なんでまた？
What? You too? Why?
ユーリ、君は何か聞いてるのか？
Yuri, did you hear anything about this?
Yes, harem intensifies for sure. Yuri clearly didn't answer whether or not she knew about the situation. Sal, you spoke to Natsuhiko without giving Yuri a single glance.
これは決定事項。もう取り消せない。
The decision's been set in stone. There is no more room for argument.
決定事項って？
Set in stone? Why can't I live here?
っていうかそもそもなんでサリュがうちに？
Wait, for starters, why did it have to be our house?
それは
Well, at that moment, a voice rang out from further inside the room.
私の一存よ。
Yep, his mom's here.
It was my suggestion.
Natsuhiko turned to the voice in disbelief.
久しぶりね、夏彦。
It's been a while, hasn't it, Natsuhiko?
母さん。
Mom?
博士
Professor? There stood Natsuhiko's mother, Miyoko Chinkawa. Which meant that the car outside is probably a courtesy car for the professor. As a renowned physicist, she's extremely busy by nature. She was always stationed in Labo, and very rarely came home, meaning her communication with her son was essentially non-existent.
しばらく連絡取れないと思ったらいきなりこれか。
You don't say a thing for quite some time, and this is how you greet us?
仕事が忙しいんだもの。仕方ないじゃない。
I've been busy, so I couldn't help it, could I?
まあそれはいいよ。それよりどういうことだ？サリュがうちに住むって。
Fine, whatever. Anyway, what's the meaning of this? Why is Sally going to live here?
ユイはフランスから引っ越してきた直後で住むところがまだ決まっていないのよ。
Yuri just moved here from France, so a place of residence hasn't been decided yet.
だからうちに住まわせることにしたの。
So I'm letting her stay here for the time being.
The professor called Sayu by her real name, Yuri, somewhat intimately. But that only got on Natsuhiko's nerves.
僕らに相談もなしにか。だいたいサリュと母さんはどういう関係なんだよ。
So we have no say in it, huh? What kind of connection do you even have to Sally, Mom?
桃園の親戚よ。つまりあなたとも親戚。
At that moment, you see Mashiro just bouncing around in the background, like just doing a gigantic dance and like going, oh yeah, everything's coming up, Mashiro, woo! Yes! Oh my God, Yuri, did you hear that? Yes, I definitely did. Congratulations. Did you go on the park date? Yes, I did. How was it? It was amazing. Yes, all right. Mashiro. Woo! There's like confetti and everything in the background along with them.
She's my distant relative, meaning she's your relative too. Huh?
Now that he thought about it, his mother's maiden name was Sanamiya.
God damn it, I should have remembered that.
And he did get the feeling that she said she lived in France before, so perhaps they really were related. Oh wow. They could even be cousins. Or even half-siblings, depending on how things are. But still.
本当なのか？その話。
Is that true?
嘘をついてどうするの？私の祖父の妹の孫がフランス人と結婚して生まれたのがこの子よ。
What would I gain by lying about it? My grandfather's younger sister's grandson married a French woman and she's their child. That makes you third cousins with eighth degree kinship, though, so you're essentially unrelated.
At that moment, like, all the party noises in the background stop, and Mashiro just goes, "Ah!"
Sorry, Mashiro. We'll definitely think of some other ways. Oh, poor girl, she can't even use words anymore. It's okay, girl, we'll get you something to eat.
いや、だったら余計にそんな子を住まわせるなんて。
No, in that case, that's even all the more reason why having her live here is a little...
いいじゃない。部屋は余っているんだから。
Why not? We've got an empty room, don't we?
Why don't I live there?
サリョはそれでいいのか？
Are you okay with that, Sayu?
異論はない。博士がそう言うなら従うだけ。
No objections here. If that's what the professor wants, then I'll oblige.
そう。これは決定事項よ。
Yes. That this decision's set in stone.
もういいでしょ、夏彦。それじゃあ私、仕事が残ってるからラボに戻るわ。
Any other objections, Natsuhiko? I've still got work left to do, so I'll be heading back to Labo.
勝手にしろ。
Fine, have it your way.
Natsuhiko lost his temper over how the professor slowed down for nobody. But the professor immediately sighed and addressed Mashiro.
ましろちゃん、自己承諾になってごめんなさい。ゆうよよろしくね。
Mashiro, I'm sorry for not asking permission beforehand. Take care of Yuri for me, okay?
はい。でも。
Sure, but, It appeared not even Mashiro could understand the situation. She put a finger up to her temple and muttered in a worried tone.
ずいぶん急で、なんていうか、いろいろ大丈夫なんですか？
It's just all so sudden. But, is everything okay? Oh my god, I gotta read Berncastle's thing. Sayu, posing menacingly, says, "Did you think the relative thing meant you'd get such an easy victory, Mashiro? You fool." Oh, I love it when you guys make lines.
大丈夫よ。この家についての所持は、ゆいにはすべて伝えてあるから。
It is. I already told Yuri everything she needs to know about this household.
そうなの、サリュー。
Huh? Is that right, Sayu?
無論、承知。
Yes, naturally.
夏彦とユーリが一緒に暮らしていることも、真城がそれを知りながら食事を作りに通っていることも。
I know about how Natsuhiko and Yuri live together, and that you know the circumstances and come here to prepare meals, Mashiro, which means you don't live here, unlike the rest of us.
そうなの。ならいいんだけど。
Okay, as long as you know. Well, that's not true, Luca.
何も知らなかったら、なんていうか誤解されそうだからね。
I mean, if you didn't know, then, well, I'm sure it'll lead to some misunderstandings.
Damn it, Mashiro, that's not what's important here. Yes, it is!
The professor ignored Natsuhiko, the only one staunchly against the situation, and continued.
それじゃみんなこれから仲良くね
Okay then. Get along now, kids.
Mother, why are you doing this to me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I set up my son in a lovingly furnished apartment with a bevy of beautiful women at his every beck and call who constantly live with him. Yes, I am such a terrible mother.
Oh, but you're never around. I need a mother too, you know.
Oh, give me a break. Cry me a river. I'm going to go do research.
You.
Blah, blah, blah. With that, the professor slipped past Natsuhiko and left the house. Soon enough, the car's engine roared and she zoomed away.
相変わらず目が合ってない。
She's as one-sided as ever.
Hearing Natsuhiko's murmur, Sayu spoke out.
私がこの家に住むと迷惑。
Is it a bother for me to live in this house?
What? いや、
Huh? Oh, no.
だとしたら話が違う。博士は夏彦たちは反対しないはずと言っていたのに。
This, isn't what the professor said would happen. She said you guys wouldn't object.
Oh. Well, obviously my mother doesn't know a thing about me. A big shocker.
When he heard that, Natsuhiko became furious again. Not at Sally for saying that, but at his mother for a complete disregard for his and Yuri's opinions. Okay, I gotta read Jace's comment. Alright, maggots. Here's the pecking order. Mashiro, Yuri, Natsuhiko, the dirt. The worms inside the dirt. My stool. Miyoko. Then me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why am I on the bottom? What do you think? No! Oh my god. I love you guys. Yuri strained to put a smile on her face, somewhat uncomfortably.
やだな、夏彦。何暗い顔してんの？
Oh, come on, Natsuhiko. What's got you so upset?
いいじゃない。住人が一人増えるのも賑やかできっと楽しいよ。
What's the problem? The household girl just got one more member. Doesn't that sound fun and exciting?
ああ、まあな。
Yes, I guess it does.
Natsuhiko tried to sound amicable in front of Sayu, but in his heart of hearts, excitement wasn't exactly what he wanted.
There was no way in hell I could have expected this.
I could have!
Yes, but that's because you're an anime fan.
His life was changing drastically in ways he couldn't understand. He just started to let his guard down, only to get it pushed right back up. For you. Let's see what time, dang. Do you know how long this scene is? Is this a long scene or a short one? See, Mashiro. Around 20 minutes. That is absolutely perfect, GAs. Yeah, this will be the last scene for today. Mashiro made dinner that day just like any other day. Everyone sat around the table. I know, Verncastle. I got quite off track with Collider Mashiro. But I love them both. Everyone sat around the table. The only difference today was the addition of Salyu. The conversation was shockingly sparse. Mashiro asked Salyu various questions, but only received short, blunt answers. Yuri was here too, but Salyu basically didn't speak to her. Same with Natsuhiko. And thus, dinner ended without any improvement to the awkward atmosphere. Okay, you three. I better be heading home soon. Yuri, keep an eye on her.
Ah, 今日もありがとう。
Yes, thanks again for today.
マシロ、また明日ね。
See you tomorrow, Mashiron. Yeah. After Salyu gave a non-committal response, Mashiro sent her a fleeting glance and then spoke.
そんじゃ夏彦、ちょっとそこまで送ってくれる？
So, Natsuhiko, would you mind walking me back for just a bit?
珍しいな。そんなことを言い出すの。
That's odd, you usually don't ask me to.
Natsuhiko, would you mind walking me back for just a bit? Right as Natsuhiko began to talk.
察してよ。サリの件で話したいことがあるんだよ。
Take a hint. I want to talk to you about the Salyu situation. Mashiro continued by means of telepathy.
そうだな。わかったよ。
Yes. You're right. Okay.
ありがとう。
Oh, thank you. Natsuhiko nodded and left the house with Mashiro.
いやー、予想外のことになってきたね。
Oh boy, things sure have taken an unexpected turn, huh? Mashiro said with a wry smile as they left the entryway.
You can say that again.
夏彦的には気が進まないって感じ。
You don't like it, Natsuhiko? How many of your classmates would kill to be in your position? Seriously.
僕は別にいいんだけど、問題はユーリの気持ちだよ。
I'm not particularly bothered by it personally. I'm just worried about how Yuri feels about it.
やっぱそこか。
Oh, of course.
急な環境の変化がユーリの心の傷に触るんじゃないかって思ってさ。大丈夫かな？
I'm just worried that the sudden change in environment could open up old wounds for Yuri. I hope she's okay.
Naturally, Mashiro was also aware of how Yuri's past experiences prevented her from going outside. Mashiro and Natsuhiko had consulted each other from time to time and agreed to quietly watch over her, but...
軽はずみな考えかもしれないけど、それに関してはむしろいい方向に働くかもよ。
Huh. It might be rash of me to think this, but, maybe it'll actually be beneficial for her in that regard.
どういうことだ？
Huh? What do you mean?
ユーリは今のままじゃどうしたって社会に参加できないでしょ？
If nothing changes, Yuri will never be able to rejoin society.
それってやっぱりユーリにとって良くないことだと思うんだ。
And to be perfectly honest, I think that's really a bad thing for her.
Oh, yes, I suppose so.
でもサリュが同居人になれば私たち以外の他人とも触れ合うことになるじゃん。
But living with Salyu means she got to come into contact with people besides us, see?
それはユーリにもプラスになると思うし、博士もそう思ったからサリュを連れてきたんじゃないかな。
I think that'll be a plus for Yuri. And maybe even the professor brought Sayu here with that same intention. Let's see. I'm gonna put it like this, because I know you said something about, like, having two people at the same thing and a three-person choice fucks it all up. So, what I really find interesting is that, Natsuhiko's mother is a sprited character, but she's not on this Enneagram. Yeah, I know I have to confirm.
そうかな。
I wonder.
Natsuhiko could only halfway agree with that assessment. Mashiro's reasoning made sense, but he didn't expect that sort of thoughtfulness from his cold mother.
まあ、ユーリも見たところ、そんなに嫌がってはいなかったみたいだけど。
True. Yuri didn't really look like she was that against it.
それならなおグッドだね。まあ徐々に慣らしていこうよ。私もなるべく一緒にいるようにするしさ。
Hopefully that's the case. Well, let's just settle into it. I'll be there to help in my own way. I'll be watching him like a hawk.
そうか。ごめんな、マシロ。お前にまで負担をかけて。
I see. I'm sorry you had to get involved in all this too, Mashiro.
いいんだよ、そんなことは。
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
それより気になるのはサリュの気持ちだよ。ユーリだけじゃなくてさ。
More importantly, I'm worried about how Sayu feels too, not just Yuri.
サリュの
How Sayu feels?
だってあの子やっぱり緊張してたじゃない。口数も少なかったし。
I mean, look, that poor girl's probably nervous, don't you think? I mean, she's been so quiet, she's like a freaking robot.
緊張
Huh? Nervous?
お前にはそういう風に見えたのか
Was that what it looked like to you?
そりゃそうだよ。なんだかんだ言ってもあの子はまだ13歳の女の子なんだよ。
Well, yeah. All things said and done, she's still just a 13-year-old girl, you know?
年上の男子と同居することになって緊張しないわけないじゃん。
Of course she'd be nervous when told she had to live with an older boy. With no adult supervision.
もっと夏彦も話しかけて心をほぐしてあげてよ。
Go talk to her some more so she can relax a bit, okay?
そうだな。
I guess you're right.
Natsuhiko couldn't bring himself to agree, but for now he decided to just go along with what she said.
わかった。なるべく努力するよ。
One thing I'm hoping is that since Natsuhiko and Mashiro are getting so much time interacting together, like, I really hope that she's the main girl. Because I really, really love Mashiro. And not just because I gave her the Jessica voice and that's one of my favorite voices to do ad-libs. I just think she's really super adorable. And she's still a 13-year-old girl, which means she's younger than you, and therefore not your type, right? Right? Thank you, Cheers.
Okay, I guess I'll give it the old college try.
またその答え？
That answer again.
なあ、いや、適当に答えてるわけじゃないんだけど。
No, it's not like I'm trying to just blow you off or anything.
まあいいよ。期待してるからね。
No, it's okay. I'm counting on you.
それじゃあね、夏彦。また明日。
We'll see you tomorrow, Natsuhiko.
なあ、またな。
Yes, later.
Bye. Mashiro patted Natsuhiko on the shoulder before walking off into the night.
Geez, she's so...
Sorry.
Geez, she's so soft-hearted.
That was also one of Mashiro's good points, but
僕が関わるとなると、話は難しいぞ。
When it comes to me, it gets kind of difficult.
he muttered before heading back to the house. But then,
何が難しいの？
what's difficult?
Ah, Sayu!
A voice called out from the darkness of the entryway, startling Natsuhiko.
いたのか、サリュ。
How long have you been there, Sayu?
今出てきた。 夏彦が戻ってこないから。
I just came out. Since you were taking so long to get back. It really looks like a real ferret. It does not look like a stuffed animal at all, I gotta say.
Mashiro との話聞いてた。
Did you hear my conversation with Mashiro?
いや、何も。
No, not at all.
Really now?
Natsuhiko had some doubts, but he couldn't read anything out of Salyu's expression.
いや、どうでもいいような話だったんだけどさ。サリュが可愛いとかなんとか。
No, it was a pretty dumb conversation anyway. Something about how you're oh so cute.
Natsuhiko tried to gloss things over, but immediately... I knew that wasn't a stuffed animal! Stuffed animal in Salyu's arms squealed.
What?
Natsuhiko was once again startled. At the same time, Salyu's expression stiffened.
サリュ今それ泣いたか？
Sorry, did that thing just squeal?
それが何か？
What of it? Salyu answered as if it were only natural for it to squeal like that.
What of it? Is there some sort of trick behind that thing?
Again, it doesn't look like a stuffed animal to me. Salyu abruptly spoke in Natsuhiko's confusion.
夏彦は私を警戒しているのね。
Natsuhiko, you're keeping your guard up around me, aren't you?
いや、そんなことは。
Huh? No, I wouldn't say that.
だとしたら侵害。
That would be upsetting.
私はあなたを守るためにこ
Oh!
こへ来たというのに。
Wow! The plot thickens. What? She's his bodyguard to protect him against fucking Ukita's dire warning or some shit. Oh wow. That's crazy. So she is some kind of super soldier. But she's like really fragile also? Or maybe Watase is just that buff? I don't know. I was sent here to protect you after all.
Huh?
僕を守る？
You protect me?
ちょっと待ってくれ。なんで君が僕を守るんだ？
Hold on a second. Why would you have to protect me?
博士に頼まれた。
The professor asked.
母さんが？いやでも、何から僕を守るって言うんだ？
Mom did? No, but still, I mean, what exactly would you have to protect me from?
別に僕は何かの VIP ってわけじゃないのに。
I'm not exactly a VIP or anything.
博士曰く近頃はこの辺も物騒。いつ何に巻き込まれるかわからないとのこと。
The professor said it's dangerous around here lately. There's no telling what he could get dragged into or when.
は
What?
Natsuhiko honestly couldn't understand Salyu's words or his mother's intentions. Salyu may have been good at sports and studies, but she'd be the last person you'd imagine to be a bodyguard.
だいたいなんで君みたいな女の子に守られなきゃならないんだ？普通逆じゃないか？
So you think she's a glass cannon, Luca? I could see that.
Why do I have to be protected by a girl like you? Isn't it normally the other way around?
Seriously, Natsuhiko? Seriously? Seriously?
ってまあ、僕が君を守る義理もないけど。
Not like I have any obligation to protect you, though.
私だって義理があるわけではない。
It's not like I have any obligation to protect you either.
意味がわかんないよ。
I'm not following you here.
そもそも巻き込まれるって具体的には。
What exactly could I get dragged into in the first place?
The moment he started to speak, Natsuhiko suddenly remembered what happened yesterday. Salyu was there at the scene of Ukita's accident. Did Salyu try to take Ukita out or something? I wonder if she sent like a psychic attack at Ukita to try to take him out so he wouldn't hurt Natsuhiko.
Strange things might start happening around you from now on.
だが一応注意だけはしておいてくれ。
But for now, just please be careful. Come to think of it, Mr. Ukita did say that.
Natsuhiko couldn't help but feel that those words in that situation has something to do with all this.
Don't tell me that Sully's arrival could have been one of those strange things Mr. Ukita was talking about. Or did he mean that even
There we go!
even stranger things were going to start occurring? Like so demogorgons appearing or some such.
Did Sayu come here to protect Natsuhiko when that time came?
サリュー、母さんは僕に何か危険が迫ってると思っているのか？
So you? There's one thing I'm going to get in some sort of danger.
詳しいことは私も知らない。ただ守れと言われただけ。
I don't know the particulars either. I was just told to protect you. Sayu answered indifferently. Does she really not know the details? Or does she merely not feel like answering? Natsuhiko couldn't even tell.
とにかく夏彦は素直に私に守られるべき。そう警戒されると私としても行動しにくい。
Anyway, Natsuhiko, you should just let me protect you. If you put up your guard around me, it makes my work difficult.
そして邪険にされると嫌な気持ちになる。
And it makes me feel bad when you're unkind to me. Stop.
それは申し訳ない。
I'm sorry about that.
Natsuhiko is overwhelmed by her persuasive power.
She was sent here to protect me. What's this girl saying?
Natsuhiko gazed at Sayu, not quite understanding what was going through her head. Silence. But she said no intention of talking whatsoever.
Should I try to ask her what she means? Would she even humor me with an answer, though?
As Natsuhiko mulled over his choices, Sayu abruptly spoke up.
夏彦、
Natsuhiko,
Huh?
星好き？
oh wow, so this is a character scene for her. Oh, dang. I didn't even realize. And even there was a point where I took freaking Mashiro points instead of Sayu points too. I've had very little opportunity for Yuri points. You like stars?
星？
Stars.
Sayu pointed up. Have I missed any character scenes yet? And sure enough, there were countless stars floating up above.
別に好きでも嫌いでもないけど。
I don't really like them or hate them, to be honest.
そう。
I see.
それがどうかして。
So what does the...
Sayu cut Natsuhiko off before he could finish.
夏彦の名前の意味って何？
What's the meaning of the name Natsuhiko? I think Natsu means summer, so Hiko, I think, I'm not sure. Something like bright, I think.
はい？
Come again?
Natsuhiko stumbled over his words, like a fool in light of her barrage of questions.
さあ、知らないけど意味なんかあるのかな？
I don't know. I'm not even sure if there is a meaning behind it.
夏に生まれたの？
Natsu is summer. Were you born in the summer?
ああ、うん。6月生まれ。だからかな。
Ah, yes, in June. What about it?
そう。
I see. Oh wow, so Mashiro had a character scene back in the park that I got. That's amazing. A somehow tense silence fell between them. Sayu ignored Natsuhiko's bewilderment and subtly continued the conversation.
名前には何らかの意味が込められている。
All names have some sort of meaning behind them.
意味のない名前なんてない。
There is no such thing as a meaningless name.
そういうものか。
Is that how it works?
そういうもの。あなたたちの名前も意味深い。
That's how it works. You people have quite meaningful names.
What do you mean, you people?
何の話？
What do you mean?
気づいてない？まあ、偶然だろうとは思うけど。
You hadn't noticed? Well, I guess it is just a coincidence.
気づいてないも何も。
No, I haven't noticed a thing.
He didn't understand her in the
意
slightest.
味があるといえば、猿というあだ名もそう。
Even the nickname saw you has meaning.
真白は何も考えずつけたのだと思うけど、サリュとはフランス語でヤーという意味。
Oh wow, this is interesting. I don't think Mashiro noticed at all. But it's pronounced the same as salut, which means hi in French.
すなわち挨拶、コミュニケーションの始まり。
A salutation. At the beginning of communication.
まあ、そうなんだ。
That's right. Well, Mashiro would be happy to hear that.
It was all news to him, but he wasn't gonna let her know that.
さらに言えば、日本語にもサイルユという響きの似た言葉がある。
As a further aside, it also sounds similar to the word sairu in Japanese, meaning tear rain.
Oh, I'm sorry.
サイルユ？
Sairuyu?
知らないの？
You've never heard of it.
知らない。
Never in my life.
夏彦は無知。日本人のくせに。
Yeah, I was thinking about that before. Yeah, beginning of communication. BC. You're so ignorant. I thought you were Japanese.
Well, excuse me. I didn't realize you knew everything there was to know about French.
The sudden disparagement annoyed Natsuhiko.
What the hell's going on? Can we get this conversation over with already?
The moment that thought crossed Natsuhiko's mind. Sayu's stuffed animal let out a weirder cry than before. Yeah, that thing's not stuffed. Sayu gasped when she heard it.
Why did she gasp?
Sayu looked at the utterly confused Natsuhiko with gloomy eyes.
では、私は日課があるので失礼する。
If you'll excuse me, I have to do my daily routine.
ちょっと。
Wait!
Sayu ignored Natsuhiko and darted back inside.
What?
なんだ今のは。
What just happened?
Natsuhiko was at his wit's end, not understanding a lick of what occurred. It didn't look like he could find an answer just by thinking about it. The questions only piled up. So in the end, he never heard exactly what she meant by protecting him.
But still, honestly, what's with that girl?
That would be hilarious, Zoe. Sayu's attitude was the same as when they parted ways at the Parapsychology Research Center earlier that day. Natsuhiko stood alone at the entryway, pondering Sayu's words.
But still, protect me how?
Sayu's words were most likely not being made out of the kindness of her heart. She appeared to only be begrudgingly following Dr. Tenkawa's orders.
Why did Mom really order Sayu to do that?
After all, Rokame City excelled in public order. Very rarely did anyone get dragged into a crime. But even so, there was something that bothered him.
Now that I think about it, Mr. Okita's part of Labo's staff. He's Mom's co-worker. What if that car crash wasn't an accident? What if some circumstances are causing those with connections to Lavo to be targeted?
He continued the thought for a moment, but he couldn't think of any rationale behind it. Why did the professor give neither Natsuhiko nor Sayu a proper explanation? Furthermore, did Sayu really come just to protect Natsuhiko? So you think Sayu can hear his thoughts without trying? I wouldn't put it past the story to do that. Yeah, that's possible. Burncastle. Furthermore, did Sayu really come just to protect Natsuhiko?
ダメだ。全然わからない。
Oh my god! He said it!
No, that's my line! Oh, Zen Dameda. I don't understand a thing.
Natsuhiko muttered to himself and quit trying to think about it.
Doesn't look like there'll be any real harm done, so I'll just leave things as they are.
Thinking won't solve something, just try not to think about it. That was the mantra of Natsuhiko's lifestyle. But even so, Natsuhiko had a faint worry in the back of his mind. The worry that events he couldn't see were slowly coming to a head. Okay, I'm gonna save here, because we have gone pretty fucking far. Yeah, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's gonna go to the whole scene of it looks like we're almost doing like a day per episode here, so this is progressing pretty quickly. We'll get right back here next time. Oh my god, you guys, what is going on? Yeah, I thought, yeah. Alright, good stopping point. Thanks, GAs. Thank you all so much for coming, seriously. And I do not do this often enough, not nearly often enough, but thank you to my moderators, Guppy Force and OA, for coming here today. Seriously. Y'all are amazing. And everyone as well. Thank you so much. On on Sunday, we're approaching the end of Paradise Killer, and we'll continue this on Tuesday. So, until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.